What's up, guys? This is David here at Roller Warehouse in the actual warehouse, and today I want to talk to you guys about choosing a ground control frame that will be best for your skating. Ground control makes essentially 3 different kinds of frames, and they all kind of have their advantages and disadvantages, so I want to talk to you about which one you should go for to fit your style of skating. First, we got the ground control F1 frame right here, F1 flat frame, and then they have the Featherlight Freestyle frame right there at the big H block. And they also have the Featherlight 2 anti-rocker style frame right here. So all 3 are really good frames. You honestly can't go wrong either way, but some are going to be better than others for what you want to do with your skating. So that's what you want to really look for when you're choosing out a frame. First, talk about the F1 frame. F1 is obviously good for anti-rocker or good for flat because it has the spot for all 4 wheels. And it's got a decently sized H block. It's not terribly big, so I'd probably rather ride anti-rocker over flat in this frame just because you don't have a whole lot of space for grinding, and that's what I like to do a lot. So if you're really into grinding and you don't mind sacrificing a little bit of speed, I would just go with anti-rocker in these frames. And they're really cool and they're really versatile because you can actually switch out this H block here and you can get either a different color flat H block or you can get a freestyle H block depending on what you want to do. I've already taken the nut and the bolt out of here, so all you'd have to do is just pull that off like that, and then you have the frame core, and then you just put on whatever color you want. I like the blue, so I'll just put that one on there. It's really easy. You just push it on like that, and there you go. But it's a little bit more of an expensive frame because you can replace everything on there. So that's what you also have to weigh too, how much money you have to spend. If you like the idea of being able to replace your frame, you might want to spend the extra money and get your replaceable H-block frame, which is the F1 here. So definitely worth the money. I like them a lot. I had the freestyle ones, and they're awesome. Never rode the flat, but I've heard great things, nothing but great things from them. So that's the F1 flat frame. Second, we have the Featherlight Freestyle frame, which is probably my personal favorite out of the 3, and that's because it's the lightest frame and it's freestyle, and that's what I like to ride. As you can see, it doesn't have any spot there in the middle for any wheels to fit, so you can't switch this out for any anti-rockers or anything like that. You're going to have to ride freestyle if you get this frame, so keep that in mind. But it's a very bare minimum frame, and I like freestyle because you don't have to worry too much about locking into your grinds. You just put them on your skate. You're going to want to have to groove them a little bit, but if you miss a little bit high or a little bit low like that, if you lock the obstacle right here, it's going to slide right back into the spot. It's not going to, get caught up here or get caught back here. You're going to just get pushed right into the groove, and that's going to be the end of it. You're going to be locking in every time, and it's a pretty carefree way to skate, I think. You don't really have to worry about missing your tricks too much because your H-block's huge. There's no way you're going to be able to miss that. Hopefully. And if you miss that, we might have to have a talk. But other than that, it's just a really good frame. It slides great, and it's really good for freestyle. So if you want to skate freestyle, if you like that idea of just having one huge space for grinding, I would go with this one. That'd be your way to go. Lastly, they have the Featherlight 2 frame, which is probably the most popular frame over the last year to 2 years now. They have about 10 different color options for it. So you can pretty much do anything with this frame in terms of customization. You get any color you want, and they're just really popular. Everyone loves them. I've heard nothing but good things about these ones also. And they come with anti-rockers in the frame ready to go when you first get them. So they're going to be best probably for riding anti-rocker because of that. And the benefits of anti-rocker would be that it's going to keep you locked in when you're grinding essentially. So if you're on a rail or if you're on a ledge, the rail's stuck in here, it can't really push out of the groove at all because you have those anti-rockers keeping you locked there. Like on freestyle, you can kind of, if you don't have a groove, you can kind of bounce around a little bit. But with anti-rockers, you're not going to bounce around at all. You're going to be right there, just stuck in that spot, sending it, going for days, forever, as long as you can balance hard. So that's the good part about anti-rocker, and especially with these Featherlight 2 frames, they're a lot lighter than the F1 frame because of the minimal parts on there and everything, and the walls are brought in a lot right there, so there's a lot of less plastic on this frame as opposed to the F1. So these 2 are the lightest. If you really want a light frame, I would go with these. If you don't care about weight, which I don't really care that much honestly, but sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. But F1 would be the way to go if you don't care about weight. But with the Featherlight 2s, I mean, if you're riding anti-rocker, I don't think there's a better way to go. They're a little bit cheaper than the F1, so you have to keep that in mind. You can't replace anything on here except for the anti-rockers. So once the frame wears down, you're pretty much done. You have to buy a new frame. So do you want to spend, $45 on an entire frame, or $59 on an entire frame with an H-block that you can replace? So just kind of options you have to weigh. Like I said in the beginning, they're all really good frames. You really can't go wrong either way between any of them, but it's just whatever you want to go for. You know, it's kind of a personal preference thing, and you almost kind of have to ride them to really figure out which ones you like. You can also ride any of these, you know, without anti-rockers. You can ride them just as a freestyle frame without any wheels in the middle, but I still think that the actual specific freestyle frame is going to be the best for riding freestyle, obviously. Other than that, Ground Control is known to be one of the best companies out there. They've been around for almost, wow, 10 years now. I feel like I'm getting old. But yeah, they're just all around a really good company. Everything slides fast. Everything lasts a long time. They give you, like I said, a lot of options for riding, whatever you want to choose, whatever you think works best for you. And I mean, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about needing help or needing guidance on what you might want to get, feel free to definitely give us a call. Our number is 1-800-772-2502. You can talk to any of us. All of us here skate. All of us have probably skated Ground Controls at one time or another, and we can give you the lowdown on what these skate like. So do it. This is the F1 flat frame. This is the Freestyle Featherlight frame, and this is the Featherlight 2 frame right here. You can check these all out at rollerwarehouse.com. And like I said, be sure to give us a call if you have any questions. Ground Control, Featherlights, F1, Roller Warehouse. That's it. Gotta have it. Rollerwarehouse.com. Peace.
Everyone will take a cue from anything you do if you want them to.